What's going on, guys? King Shrats here, back with another video on the channel, and today, Lomo Saltado. I know I didn't really saltado the saltado right, but what Lomo Saltado is basically a Peruvian stir fry. It is made using beef. In this case, I got steak, which I cut into strips. Well, of course, seasoning, it's a stir fry. Added my fries, which is a staple actually in a lot of South America, mainly in Peru. I've had it a whole bunch of times. Obviously, normally this is served with white rice, but white does not look good on the camera, so I made yellow rice instead. Look, we move peppers, green and red, as well as onion, nice brothy. I wish you had smell-o-vision. It's just one of those things where I say this all the time, but it smells so good, and I can't wait to dig into it. I always forget to pour my drink. This is raspberry lemonade. I think it's my last one, so I'm gonna have to stock up again. Obviously, again, I'm using the Cola Sport bottle. Big fan of it, as well as some of you are, which I'm glad to hear. Again, link is in the bio description. It's YouTube. Whoops. And if you want one, you can use my discount code as well as the giveaway. I believe it is ending soon, the giveaway aspect. But if you want one, go ahead, use discount code, cop yourself one. I'm a huge fan of them. Anyway, let's go. I wish you could smell this. I wish you could smell it. I don't like rice with forks. You know what? Y'all gonna look. I'm sorry. Spoon, big spoon. It is what it is. I don't know how I'm gonna get this in here, but let's get the rice first, right? And now let's do. I'm trying to get a good looking bite for y'all. Come here. Balancing act 101. A little steak. I can't wait to bite this. Oh my god, that is so good. I freestyled this sort of. I've made this before, but never using steak. So I didn't want to do a tutorial. If you want a tutorial, yeah. If you do want a tutorial, drop a thumbs up and I will do that video. I'm only gonna do it if you guys want to see. If you want to see how I make it, drop a thumbs up and let me know that you actually do want to see me make it. If not, hey, just strap in and let's chill and let's eat. I want to tell y'all though, one of the weirdest things ever that I saw today. Now, maybe I'm crazy. Look how good that looks. You see the steam too? Did you see it? Maybe I'm crazy. Well, I was on my walk, and normally it's uneventful. I might run into some people I know, but I usually keep it moving because I got my headphones on. I saw a guy today walking with an animal in its arms. Normally I wouldn't look twice at it. I figured it's a cat. But with the social distancing stuff, I usually meander across the street. But out of the corner of my eye, when I see, he's a guy walking, holding a skunk. I don't know if he captured it. I don't know if he felt like being a good Samaritan. Or do people have skunks as pets? Because that is crazy if they do. Like, do they take the... I smelled it too. Like, I smelled the skunk. I know that smell. Like, forget it. Because my dog, last year, got sprayed in the face by a skunk. I have a yard, and I usually take my dogs outside one more time before I go to sleep at night. Just in case. They can't go in the house, so I figured I'd do the right thing. But one time, because it gets pretty dark in the corners, like the lights don't hit, and I double checked before I let them outside, which I always do because there's stray cats sometimes that come in the yard, and I don't want my pit bull or my German Shepherd to start chasing cats because who knows what'll happen. So I didn't see anything. I usually run outside, do a sweep of the area, act like I'm Secret Service, and then, oh man, this is so good. I wish you could taste this. I do. Hold on. This one particular time, I see nothing, so I run back inside, go get my dogs, bring them out, and immediately, I just hear my dog sneezing, just doing this over and over again. And I'm like, what the hell's wrong with you? So I run over to my dog, and I smelled it right away. You can smell a skunk from pretty far away, but when you're actually like near when it sprays, the smell is so much more intense than when you're like, oh, there must be a skunk around. It's insane. So I run over to my dog and I hear him sneezing, and I have a flashlight on me, just in case stuff like this happens. I try to be as responsible as I can. And he was drooling uncontrollably, and I smell it, and his eyes are bloodshot, and I went, son of a... And I knew it right away. And let me tell you, it was a mission just to get... I do not like big pieces of cauliflower in my rice. Always cauliflower rice. It is so hard to get that smell out. It took forever. Homemade remedies, shampoos, you name it. This poor dog comes inside and is trying to eat his food. As I'm like trying to make sure my other dog didn't get sprayed, I didn't get sprayed, but I knew that smell right away. I had that same intense smell when I see this guy walking down the street with a skunk. So he didn't take, cause I don't know if you can remove like that gland or the spray. But it definitely wasn't out. And he had it in his arms. And it didn't look injured. So I'm not the type of person that judges people, but I wanted to stop him and ask. But who am I? So I didn't say anything. But I thought about the whole way. I'm like, this guy must be really like the biggest G in the world to rescue a skunk. Or does he have a pet skunk? And I'm still thinking about it. I'm cooking and making this. I'm the whole time like, this guy had a skunk, bro. Like, has anybody seen a person with a pet skunk? That they take the stinker? What do they call the gland thing? The stinker? What do you call that? Out? Or am I just crazy? Because I've never seen that before. And I don't really know how to feel about it. Like, I genuinely am still at a loss for words. That smell won't come out. Trust me. I have tried a million times over. I'm still lost by it. But if anybody sees a guy holding a skunk in the northern New Jersey, Bergen County area, let me know. It might be crazy. It's been a rough weekend. My soccer team, football if you're from the UK, lost. My football team, the Giants. I haven't seen a Giants win, and I couldn't tell you. And I don't know what it is about dudes. Not just dudes, because I do have some female acquaintances that are huge sports fans too. So I shouldn't say just dudes, but I don't know why. If you're a sports fan, you know the feels. Why does it get you down so much? Why is it like your team loses and you're just like, did your life change in any way, shape, or... What is it about sports that causes such joy or agony, you know? And if you're a non-sports fan and you're around a sports fan, don't give them crap when your team loses. Just let them vibe for a little bit. God, I'm trying so hard to talk with my mouth full because I know people will get mad at that. I'm not going to stop eating this and I want to talk. Is there things outside of sports that aren't directly affected by your life? Like, I get if something happens to you, like, that's a whole different story, of course. You're going to be upset, but you gotta go. That's what you gotta do. You gotta do that. But is there anything, I get them juices, because the juice, that broth, it's not really broth, because it's more of a stir fry, but the sauce, Oh yeah. Oh, hold on. Is there such thing as a foodgasm? I think I'm having one. But is there something outside of sports that does that? Like, I don't know, like reality TV? I don't know what else could do that. That's not you. You know, it didn't directly happen to you. I don't play for the Giants. But they lost, and I was just like, and I turned the TV off, and I kind of just meander outside with the dogs again. And it it stews. It just sits there. That happened to me, obviously, excuse me, when I played. But now that I'm more of just a fan, it's worse. And I don't give people crap or say, like, bad things about players when they do something bad, because I don't think they're trying to lose. Like, what do you want me to tell you about? This is a serious thing. Like, is there anything else other than sports that causes that kind of, like, people get mad. Have you seen the videos on YouTube where there's people that, like karate kick their flat screen TV because their team lost or something like that? And I've done some crazy stuff when my team's won. I'm not like, okay, it's crazy. The Giants, in 2007, I was in college, won the Super Bowl, beat the Patriots. If you're not a sports fan, Patriots were undefeated that year. Record-breaking team. Didn't lose. Nobody thought the Giants would win. And Iowa, where I went to school, there are no professional sports teams. So people tend to root for teams from the Midwest, or they tend to jump on the bandwagon. It's just the way that it is. So all of a sudden, because no one cared about the Patriots. Like, look, I know the Patriots now are the dynasty that they were, but in the 90s, they went to one Super Bowl and got absolutely destroyed. It was the only thing that they did. And then before that, the last time they went to Super Bowl was in 1985, I believe, and they got absolutely destroyed. So what I'm saying is this. I'm sorry. There were no Patriots fans outside of, like, New England. You had to have a horse in the race. Now, there are Patriots fans everywhere. You know, just obviously with success they've had. So, I'm at the bar, a sports bar. I went with my roommate. And I'm the only person in this entire place with a Giants jersey on. I had an Eli Manning jersey. A white one. I don't know why it matters, but everybody else, before the game, you guys are going to get killed. Talking crap. That's what sports fans do. Banter. I'm explaining this for the people there who don't like sports. Just to get the culture a little bit. There's always banter. You know, your team, you talk crap about the other team. Usually it's all in good fun. Sometimes it gets too serious. But everybody in the bar is giving me crap. And I'm seated at the front. Like at the bar, because it was like a bar and grill. Like a sports bar. So everybody's like sitting in their chairs and stuff. But I was at the bar. So when I walked in, people started booing. They're booing me. I didn't do anything to you. But anyway, long story short, the Giants won that game. David got me to catch up his helmet. Sports fans, you know the vibes. Like, it was an insane game. Giants pulled it out at the end. W. And when they won, I gotta clean this up because, you know, I don't want to get demonetized, but the bar had 2 floors, but the top floor was like a circle, so it was like a balcony, and it was overlooking the rest of the bar. I got up and started screaming, F you, to everybody in the... I was like, F you! I get up to the top of the bar, and I take my shirt off, and I start waving my... I didn't have the situation that I have now then, so I had a little bit of like a nice little belly. I didn't care. I still waving my shirt around. Went absolutely berserk. That's why fan is short for fanatic, because I don't know what it is about sports, but it makes people absolutely crazy. All of us. I've been verbally abused by fans, spit on by fans, like as a player. I had alcohol thrown by fans at me, liquids, which I don't want to say, water balloons, snowballs, inflatable footballs, foam, like Nerf footballs, spit, all kinds of crazy stuff. And when you're playing, you're kind of like, what's wrong with these people? I still wouldn't do that, though. I never understood why a fan would be at a game and start screaming stuff at a player. Like, is that serious? I'm a sports fan, of course, but I don't think I'm like the crazy type of sports fan. I casually watch the game. When the Giants lost, they lost in the last play of the game. It's fun there. I'm watching it, and they lost. And the Giants lose, how it always is, because that's all we do is lose. And I was just like, we move. It sucks, but I'm not like crazy about it. But I really do people do that like The Bachelorette or something? Like what else does that? Brings that out of you. That's not life affecting. You get what I'm saying? When I say life affecting, like I get politics does that to people or religion, but that actually affects your life, right? So I can understand that because you're doing something where you actually have a horse in the race. But as a sports fan, win or lose, it doesn't change anything unless you bet on the game. That's a different story. But I'm just as a fan, casual fan. Is there anything else like that? Like movies? I don't get emotional over movies. I never, because it's fake. It's not a real movie. I should take that back. There are certain types of movies that actually do piss me off. Usually when they have like a real life, like based on a true story, where I kind of am like mad. I can't even really talk about the types of movies like that because like one, it gets me mad, and two, I don't think we're allowed to on here anymore. So I guess that. I'm not sitting here for a while. I'm just trying to think. I don't know. I'm not easily mad about things. The only thing that I can think of personally that I have literally lost my mind doing video games. I've done it. Playing video games sometimes, which is a big reason why I don't stream when I play competitively, because in certain games like FIFA, I'm actually like a competitive level player. Like I could play, you know, if I really went for it. In 2017, I was like going for it. I broke about, I don't know. I want to say I probably broke about 10 controllers that year. And there are holes in my walls. There were. They're not here anymore. But I put a few holes in my wall. One time, I got so mad playing FIFA that I broke my monitor. I broke it. You know, I don't know what makes people rage like that. That's the only thing that I've ever I don't get mad. I really don't. But for some reason, that game, specifically the soccer, FIFA, I get so mad. I don't anymore, because I don't even care, but I used to get so mad. I took my controller and I threw it directly at my monitor and broke it. What's wrong with me? What's wrong with me? Why do people break their own stuff when they're mad? What are you doing? One time I was arguing. Okay, my arguments when it comes to relationships are fairly one-sided because I don't argue. I tend to just kind of sit there with a stupid grin on my face, and I've said this before. It pisses people off. I get it. The girl I was arguing with, she threw it. Whatever. We don't hold back. She a soda can and put a hole in her wall. The soda can was full. It wasn't open yet. And she just chucked it. Not at me. Behind, like, you turn around. Which made the argument even worse. Because what else was I supposed to say in said argument other than, why'd you just break your own wall? Don't date me, man. Oh my goodness. What am I supposed to say? I said, why'd you break your own wall? And of course, when you tell your significant other, at least the ones I've dealt with in my life, that they're being irrational, they just scream, I'm not crazy, or I'm not being irrational. This is also another one. Ladies. Maybe there's some men out there doing this, but ladies, because this is mainly you guys. If I say you're being blank, like you're acting crazy, I didn't say you were crazy. Don't say things like I'm not crazy. Or, you know, for devil's advocate's sake, you're being dumb. You're being silly. Whatever. Like, why are you acting dumb? Did you just call me dumb? No! I said you were being dumb. There's a difference. There's a huge difference. Even nice people can be rude. Even smart people can be dumb. Acting dumb means you're acting dumb. I didn't say you are dumb. But for some reason, whenever I have said things like that in my past, again, usually it was a crazy thing. Why are you being crazy? Don't ever say that, fellas, by the way. But I'm not crazy. I'm not. Did you just call? No. No. So why does that happen? Oh goodness. You can see it. I just casually just demolished this thing. Normally my meals are like 35, 40 minutes. I gotta be sitting somewhere around 20. This is great. But why did that happen? I didn't say it was crazy. I said you're being crazy. There's a difference. Somebody let me know. All that always happens all the time is if I say that some people do this, like, I'll say, you know, people are liars. I'm not a liar. I didn't say you were a liar. Why? I feel like sometimes he's trying to fight with me. I think that's the vibe. I think that the women I've dated try to make me pissed off. Or they enjoy fighting. Or they enjoy, I don't know what they put. Cheers. Wait, I'm gonna cheers it. Cheers to never putting a ring in my finger. So I'm not doing it. Maybe I'll get a lifelong girlfriend. We're not. Cheers. I'm drinking all this. I didn't finish it. Oh, it's so good, man. It's hard to finish because it stays so cold in this thing that I get freaking brain freeze. I don't know how y'all do it. One day I'm gonna try to chug a soda. Like that one dude, but whatever. Anyway, that was a great meal. Hope you enjoyed my weird random thoughts for today. More content tomorrow. We gotta get back to some reviews, some fast food maybe. Maybe we'll do a cooking thing. Like I said, drop a thumbs up, suggestions, whatever have you. Oh, and I say whatever have you instead of saying like other things. It means etc. Because I got called out for that once. I read your comments, man. But it is what it is. I love y'all. It's your boy King Shark. I'll be back tomorrow. More content ASAP. I love y'all. Hand signs. Made it to YouTube. Look at that cut. How'd I do that?